the perv. My life could apparently be an anime, since every anime has a dodgy uncle. Roshi needs to serve 15 years no parole for the things he's done, and I won't even call him master because he'd probably like that. If Mr. Roshi was real, then he'd probably be sharing a cell with P. Philly, because not even inventing the Kamehameha will give you a Joe Biden pardon for these crimes. If Jiraiya was born a Hyuga and had the Byakugan eyes to see through walls, then he would have died long before writing his hentai due to blood loss from all of those nosebleeds. I like baddies as much as the next guy, but not as much as this guy, because Jiraiya even refused to train Naruto until he done his sexy jutsu, which transformed him into Sky Bree. So your motivation to go to work in the morning is the promise of a 12-year-old boy doing cosplay of a baddie. Hurrah! Even that little purple, ugly, dead trimmed dwarf was a weirdo. Remember when the boys and girls house baths were next to each other and he tried climbing over the gate to sneak a peek? If that creature peeked over at me, he would have to get boomed, and I would teabag his body since he clearly loves having meat in his face. Although when he said we need to find a way to destroy Midnight's costume, I was kinda hearing him out.
What did he say?
But I always saw myself as more of a Sanji, you know, a lady lover, but still a gentleman. I ain't no cook, I'm not gonna lie, I needed cooking with Kaya, but I stopped seeing myself in Sanji when he started liking little girls. Admittedly, she didn't really look that small, she's 55 feet tall, but still after seeing this 16-year-old girl, he turned to stone. Like, come on, man. These examples all came from My Hero, Naruto, and One Piece, which are all anime that are bigger than the 16-year-old, yet they still have this weird theme. And I'm only really here to tell jokes, so can someone tell me, is there like a genuine problem going on in Japan? I feel like I heard something about there being more men than women. Could that be the reason? I don't know, let me know. But regardless, weird, dumb anime trope. Plot armor. Plot armor is pretty much necessary. I mean, without it, sometimes customers don't have anything to overcome, and then their growth and development is stunted because of it. I don't think the idea of plot armor is inherently bad, but it is when they just do too much. When Gyutaro, one of the Upper Moon gassed up absolute crash out demons, plugged Inosuke's back with a knife UK Joe rappers pray to the devil for, he should have been dead. No two ways about it. But somehow they try to tell us that he can move his internal organs. The knife was literally bigger than Kai Cenat. Just how far can he move all of his organs inside of his own body? In my head, he's just a ghost that everyone can see, because I refuse to acknowledge such lazy writing. Goku's literally, canonically, been to heaven. But I'm not gonna diss him too much because the Mexican cartel will come after me. If you know, then you know. But plot armor can sometimes be necessary to drive the story forward, like when Senku straight up died but was able to come back because the spot on his neck was still petrified. Of course, him having that rock solid neck was still some bullshit, but not as bad as Sasuke. He does not deserve a single W. As the main rival, he can't die. He was making wishes whilst fighting a Make-A-Wish kid and didn't even win. He only didn't die because his opponent is literally diagnosed with stage 6. He was munching on that redhead girl like he was Ice Spice's biggest fan after Killer Bee absolutely cooked him as if he just popped his balloon. But while Sasuke was medding up, Killer Bee didn't even try to carry on fighting. He started freestyling. Imagine that in real life. Mid-fight, somebody's absolutely rocking you, dominating you like a New York girl with attitude problems, whilst simultaneously still having both their AirPods in and rapping out loud to NBA Youngboy. You're dead. Plot armor can be necessary, but if you're Sasuke, then you might as well stuff yourself inside of Alphonse's body, no disrespect, with the way he's always wearing that armor. If you're not already subscribed, then start thickening my plot and hit that subscribe button. We just hit 2K and we're coming for them all. So make sure you leave a like and a comment. I reply to them all. Deadbeat dad. It's not a shonen if the dad isn't black. I mean, isn't present. I was curious as to why the biggest shows all seem to have this trope. It didn't make any sense to me, but apparently Japan has actually got a history of fathers being less present due to working long distance hours. But in anime, the dads are not out here working. They're just gone. Or dead. Or terribly abusive, but I mean all three are pretty much as bad as each other. I mean, take Endeavor for example. His sole reason for being is to become the #1 hero. He was locked in, but maybe a little too much, because I know he was fumbling baddies in his prime. He probably, just like Will Smith, have a look back on old pictures of what could have been. But sadly, this was not a Ronaldo versus Messi situation. He simply didn't have the skill to be #1. There is no debate. And he realized this and decided to live out his dreams through his children. I don't know if we've got any deadbeat dads here, but I've got 3 things to tell you. First of all, subscribe. Second of all, go and change that baby's diapers. And lastly, don't try to live your life again through your child. Admittedly, I've never been a dad, but I have been a son, and I can't imagine the kind of burden this puts on them. It's their life now, you have to let them live it. Endeavour would realise that his first child was not strong enough to become number 1 and would just disregard him emotionally, causing neglect and trauma to the kid. Would neglect the next 2 because them boys are weaker than Minetta, and then he put his wife through so much distress that she burned his chosen child simply because whenever she looked at him, she would see the abusive father. And now that I'm saying this, it's funny because the main character of this show also doesn't have a dad, but like you don't even see the dad. But I'm pretty sure he actually was out here grinding, so you know what, I'll let him slide. But this bad dad theme is so prevalent in anime, and even in the case of Deku, like they don't even do anything with this trope. The characters just don't have dads for the sake of not having dads. Come on, tell me he's got 3 baby mums, he can't pay child support, something relatable, you know? They've got this trope in every kind of anime too. One Piece, you got Vinsmoke starving and imprisoning his son. Mushoku Tensei, to be honest, he's actually a really good dad, but he did have a kid with a maid during their secret affair and then somehow married her and kept her living in the same house as his first wife. To be honest, is he a deadbeat or is he a king? Because I've not felt the touch of a woman since 04, but he's got 1 wife upstairs and 1 wife down. At that point, all I can really do is say fairs. Yuki's dad in Future Diary left the family to go and fuel his gambling addiction. These dads just absolutely suck, and I want more for our youth. Fan service. What a sick and nasty anime trope that absolutely does not appeal to a man like me and makes me sick whenever I see it. Seriously, fan service is 100% unnecessary whenever it happens. Not needed for the plot, not needed for character growth, not needed for world building, but severely needed for gooners. This ties hand in hand with the perv trope. So there's a perv problem and a desire to see what's underneath problem. Me personally, my mother can't go to Japan without a bodyguard, bruv, because you're scaring me, bruv, you're scaring me. I'll keep it all the way real. If a show has or does not have fan service, it doesn't matter to me because I don't go there for that. And no Sneeko, but I don't mind seeing it. I'm just so desensitized to it at this point that I can barely even notice when it's there. I didn't understand why One Piece fans had such an issue with Fishman Island, because to me, if an anime is taking place underwater, I'm almost expecting there to be seductive mermaids because I know these writers can't resist it. But I'm so desensitized that I didn't even really notice it. But Fire Force's fan service is just absolutely ridiculous. They don't even try to hide it. How can you mid-convo just start grabbing melons and then somehow she falls and then you start grabbing more melons? These are sounding like the lyrics to a Jay-Z song and I am not a fan. Keep that stuff where it's dedicated, you know, like the high school DxDs and stuff. I watched some redo of Healer. Do not watch redo of Healer. If you want to learn how to talk to girls, then watch some Duke Dennis or something. Don't learn it from most of these anime. But guys, that will be it for this video. Guys, thank you so much. Did you see me hit 2,000 subscribers? This is crazy, yo. I feel like I've got plot armor right now. Everything is just going up. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of us, guys. We really did it. But we can't stop here. Continue sharing with your friends. Continue sharing with people that you think are going to enjoy these videos. And continue letting me know what you want to see. Next week, I'll most likely be dropping Pretty Privilege in 2024. So make sure you stay tuned for that because I'm certain that video is going to be hilarious and going to be very real as well. Now, it's come to my attention, guys. I don't do TikToks anymore because of the fact that I just don't have the time. However, I think it's now time that I ask for help from you guys. I need someone to create TikToks for me, but I don't know how to do it. So if you know anyone that's interested or you're interested yourself, then literally just DM me. I might put my email's here in the description here too, so you can email me there maybe too. But we gotta take our 2K to 4 and then 8 and then 16 and you guys know the drill. I can't lie, I can't double 16. So. But I really hope you're enjoying all the videos. I know that I am. Charmy is obviously enjoying the videos too. He just sits here and looks pretty every single day. In fact, I might give you a whole segment in Pretty Privilege. However, for now, it is peace and love.